Yo, what's going on, fam? It is yours truly, Kelvin Deveaux, back again for another true story. So, real quick, I know that the new year is approaching. I know it's time to start doing your New Year's resolutions and whatnot. And the only way to look forward to the new year is to look back over 2017. Categorize your wins and your losses, the things that you benefited from, the things that you learned from. And one thing that you have to know going into 2018 is that there are going to be some pain. There are going to be some losses. There are going to be some adversity that you're going to have to get over. And the thing with that is you have to know that it's coming and embrace it. There was a quote by a Sufi philosopher that said, life is a constant succession of problems. Just like waves in the ocean, they continue to come. Listen, if it's one thing that I have learned in my 24 years of being here on this planet is that life is always going to give you adversity. Life is always going to give you tests. Life is always going to battle you and see what you're really made of. So the fact that you know that it is there is only one solution. There's only one solution to any problem that you have. And really that solution is in the form of a question. And you have to ask yourself whenever a problem, whenever something comes up, ask yourself, just stop, think for a minute. What is something that I can do right here, right now, that will change my current circumstance? It may not change it completely, but at least it'll get me on the right path. Ask yourself that question, answer that question, and then take that action. True story. There was a crow that had flew from a long way that was looking for water. So after flying for hours looking for water, it finally noticed a bucket that had some water in it. So as the crow got closer to the bucket, it realized that the water was so deep into the bucket that its beak couldn't reach it. So the crow thought, how in the world can I get to this water? Because I'm thirsty. I flew from all this way. I can't possibly fly any further. So I have to have this water that's right here. So the crow thought for a little while and he said, you know what? I'm going to tip the bucket over. So the crow threw all of his might, his power, everything that it had left in it, it threw itself at the bucket. Bucket did not budge at all. So the crow was tired. So it's like, I got to find a way to get to this water. So it thought a little longer. And the crow was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to poke a hole in the bucket. I'm going to stick my beak through the bucket. And as the water drains out, I'm going to drink the water in. And it's going to taste so sweet. So the crow tried and it tried again. Couldn't pierce it. The bucket was too strong. So at this point, the crow started to think, listen, I've came all this way. I cannot die of thirst this close to water. I have to think of something, some way that I can make it to where I can drink the water out of this bucket. So the crow started thinking, how can I get this water out of the bucket? So as the crow looked around, it noticed small stones. So one by one, the crow would pick up the stones and drop it into the bucket. And slowly, the water started to rise, right? So one by one, the crow was steady dropping stones into the bucket and the water continued to rise till soon the water had risen to a level that the crow was able to stick its beak into the water and drink the water. Shortly after that, the crow thought to itself, there is always a way out of pain. There is always a way out of difficult situations if only you have enough will to find it. Listen, there is no such thing as a problem-free life. Life is always going to test you. But the better that you become at solving problems, the better quality that your life will be. Listen, guys, I am Kelvin Deveaux, and there's only one story worth being told, and that's the true story. I got no ceilings.